Good afternoon and welcome to a very hot and sultry Markievicz Park, Sligo for this TG4 All-Ireland Senior Championship Group D game between what many people believe are two teams, Donegal and Galway, that are genuine contenders for All-Ireland honours this year. Donegal had an excellent league campaign and were eventually beaten by Cork in the semi-final after a pulsating encounter, while Galway slowly found their feet during their league campaign under their new management team led by Jerry Fahey. The 2019 All-Ireland runners-up displayed those improvements last weekend when they defeated Kerry by a point in their first Group D championship game, and they will know today that a win will guarantee them a quarter-final place. Donegal had an impressive win over their Connacht rivals earlier in the league, and manager Maxi Kern knows the importance of a victory today in what is a three-team group. Maxi, well, he goes with the following lineup for today's encounter. Donegal team with Aoife McColgan in goals, full back line of Niamh Carr, Evelyn McGinley, and then the experienced Emer Goller from the Termon club. One change on the team sees Theresa Jenkins, who was listed at number 5. She is replaced by Niamh Conall's Amy Boyle-Carr in the half-back line. And Nicole McLaughlin wears 6, and Roisin Rogers, former minor county captain, wears the number 7 shirt. Middle of the field sees Katie Hearn partnered by Shelley Tuhig, so that will form a real genuine midfield partnership. And then the full forward or the half forward line is McLaughlin will wear 10, and of course her sister, the captain of the side, Niamh McLaughlin, both from the Moville club, will wear the number 11 jersey, and Niamh Boyle will wear the number 12 jersey for the Tyrconnell girls this afternoon. Full forward line, a team that names that need very little introduction, is Niamh Hegarty wearing number 13, and then Karen Guthrie will wear 14, her 16th season playing for Donegal girls. And then the corner forward, Geraldine McLaughlin, who was on the team of the league this year again, will wear the number 15 jersey. So that's the Donegal team that will line out against Jerry Fahey's team here this afternoon. And Jerry has elected to go with the following lineup following their victory over Kerry last weekend. In goals is Derv Lagar from the Corofin club. This is her first year at county level. And then the cornerback, Sophie Healy, came on as a sub last week and has retained her place, and she will wear the number 2 jersey. Sarah Lynchy will play at full back, and Shauna Malloy will play at number 4. The half back line is Kate Garrity from Tuam Cortoon, and number 6 is Nicola Ward. Her twin sister is the captain of the team, and we'll come to her later. But Nicola will wear the number 6 jersey, and at number 7 is Charlotte Cooney from Clare Galway. In the middle of the field, it's Siobhan Divilly will wear 8, and Alva Davaran will wear the number 9 jersey. And then Siobhan's sister, Olivia, will wear the number 10 jersey, and Megan Glynn and Leanne Cohen will complete the half forward line. The full forward line then sees Mairead Shoga wear the number 13 jersey, and then Louise Ward, who I mentioned earlier, twin sister of Nicola at centre half back, will wear the number 14 jersey, and Louise is also the captain of this Galway team this afternoon. And the last jersey on the starting lineup is taken by the youngest player on the team, and that's 18-year-old Kate Slevin from the Clare Galway team. So that's the teams that will line out here in what is a blistering hot day here in Markievicz Park for this intriguing TG4 All-Ireland Senior Championship Round 2 game. Of course, these teams are in a group of 3, which features Kerry, and of course the two teams we're looking at today. And Galway accounted for Kerry last week after a very, very tight game last Saturday. Kerry led by 5 points in the first half, and then led by 2 at half time, but eventually it was Galway that won out by a single point, 2-11 to 2-10, and it was their substitute Ailish Morrissey who came on and got a vital goal for them. early in the second half. Ailish on the subs again this afternoon. So Jerry Fahey, I was talking to him pitch side, confident. He knows that his team suffered a heavy defeat against their opponents in the league earlier in the year, but he was, as he said, missing some players that day, but he was also referring to the fact that a lot of the players that he did select also went missing on that day, so he doesn't expect that to happen again this afternoon. So our officials for today's game, doing their final warm-ups there in the centre of the field, are Gus Chapman from Sligo here, and he will be ably assisted by two lines persons. That's Cal Gavigan, also from Sligo, and Sandra Shanaher from Roscommon. And finally, our fourth official this afternoon is Mel Kenny from Mayo. So the scene is set here in what is a really beautiful location here in Markievicz Park in Sligo. The mountains all around us, and the stand, unfortunately, on the far side of the field, not overly occupied due to current ongoing restrictions. Some people out here on the terrace side that I'm on enjoying the sunshine as the final words are being given to the players there, the Galway side listening intently, and the Donegal players are now taking final instructions from Maxi Curran ahead of this really important championship game. Donegal, of course, got to the semi-final of the league this year. They were very impressive in their league campaign, beating Westmeath and Mayo, and of course Galway, as I mentioned previously. 421 to 211 that game finished, for then playing Cork in the semi-final, and they were quite unfortunate that they just conceded goals at critical times, and those goals ultimately cost them, because there was just one goal between the teams. 5-10 to 3-13 was the final score that day, as Cork advanced to the league final. But Donegal and Maxi Curran took great heart from their performance, and he believes that he has a team capable of going all the way in this year's competition. And I suppose when you have players with the experience of Emer Gallagher, Nicole McLaughlin, Eve McLaughlin, Karen Guthrie and Shirley McLaughlin, why not? As we pause for our anthem, Around the Vein. Here we are, the scene is set here for what should be a really intriguing tussle between two teams that, as I said earlier, really fancy their chances of progressing well in this competition. Conditions, of course, will play a major factor here today. We've referred to the heat. Somebody said it was 27, 28 degrees possibly here on pitch side, so that's very warm. But since we've arrived on the ground, there's been a slight breeze that has picked up, and the girls will certainly welcome that, and it is blowing, as the flags have indicated, away from the town end, so it looks like it's going to favour the Galway girls. Yeah, the Galway girls will have the breeze, whatever little breeze there is in their backs, for this opening half of this game, as the final words are pushed out by the managers. The referee, as I say, Gus Chapman from Sligo, about to get this game underway. Niamh Hegarty making her way into the corner forward position. So too Geraldine McLaughlin, who's going to occupy the full forward spot, and Karen Guthrie, wearing 14, will play at left corner forward. As Karen Guthrie has come out to the middle of the field for the throw-in. It'll be interesting to see whether Karen stays in the midfield area. She's going to be partnered by Kathy Hearn, so it'll be Kathy Hearn and Karen Guthrie who will contest this throw-in. Referee just making final checks with his sideline officials, and we're underway. The ball breaks favourably there for Kathy Hearn. Hearn gives it forward there to Niamh McLaughlin, the captain of the side. Puts the ball in left-footed. Contesting for it there was Guthrie. The ball breaks loose, and eventually it's Galway's fullback Sarah Neelinchie who picks it up there and gives the ball short, and coming out with it there is Kate Garrity. Garrity lays it off one more time to her centre half back. That's Nicola Ward. Ward looks up, fists the ball forward, 45 metres out, picked up there by Louise Ward, the captain. Of course, the sister to sister. Back it goes again to Louise Ward. Louise gives it over the far side of the field. Galway managed to retain possession, gives it back inside, looking for Ward. Everything going through the Kilkerran Clonbyrne girl, as the referee indicates that there's a foul there on the Galway attacker, and the free will go the way of Galway. And Olivia Dively is coming forward to take this shot at the post, and she will hope to register the opening score. The physio scored 2 points against Kerry last weekend, gets her shot away. The umpires consult, but it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide, and that'll be a disappointing wide for the Galway girls. That was the one thing that Jerry Fahy said to me prior to the game, that the amount of wides that they kicked against Donegal, certainly if they apply those same amount of wides today, they're going to be in difficulty. But that's the opening wide, and they will hope that that might be one of the last, as Niamh Carr gathers the ball for the Donegal girls, gives it to her fullback Evelyn McGinley. McGinley's ball's a bit high there, and Blahan McLaughlin loses out on that occasion there to Charlotte Cooney. Cooney gathers it, gives it inside to Megan Glynn. Glynn coming forward, taking on her marker. Marker's Niamh Carr. Glynn, a good ball inside there, but well read on that occasion. Excellent defending. Was that ball touching the ground? No. Referee says play can continue, and Donegal over the stand side of the field gather possession, give it inside there to Shelley Tuig. Tuig gives it across field, ball threaded forward again. Good tussle there for it, but Galway playing with a sweeper, and the sweeper comes out. That is Nicola Ward, gathers possession, gives it back to Sarah Neelinchie, who gives it to Malloy. Shauna Malloy, the teacher, spreads the play over the far side of the field. Still waiting on the first score of the game. We've played 2.5 minutes here in Markievicz Park. Ball in the hands of Megan Glynn. Glynn gives it back there to Sophie Healy. Healy gives it forward one more time. Galway patient in their build-up. Olivia Dively, her sister, of course, Siobhan, is wearing number 8. So numbers of sisters on these teams, and this is good from Dively. She missed that free a moment ago. Can she register the first score of the game? Ball fed in, but well intercepted again on that occasion by Shelley Tuig, former Camogie player. Gathers possession, or intercepts possession, and Donegal clear their lines in the shape of Niamh Boyle over on the far side of the field. Boyle takes it forward again, but not a good pass. Just girls starting to find their range, just taking a few minutes to settle into this game as Leanne Cohen comes forward again. Cohen is held up. The referee says she charged with the ball, so the Corofin girl is adjudged to have fouled, and therefore the free will go the way of the Donegal girls. But much to Maxie Kearns' disgust, the ball is kicked away again straight to the Galway girls, and it's back in the hands of Olivia Dively, involved in an awful lot of the play so far. Gives it to Katie Slevin, the 18-year-old. Slevin goes for the posts, but unfortunately for Katie Slevin and for Galway, it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. Second wide of the game. We've played 3.5 minutes, nearly 4 minutes, and Galway have registered 2 wides as the ball is fed back there to the Donegal goalkeeper. That's the 21-year-old Aoife McColgan. Made her debut for Donegal at just 16 years of age. So Donegal try to build forward. They really haven't mounted an attack in this game as yet. Of course, as I mentioned earlier on, Nicola Ward playing that sweeper's role for the Galway girls as Katie Hearn tries to come forward with it. Hearn leaves it now on this occasion, and Galway get so many players behind the ball, making it difficult for the Donegal girls to penetrate. Shelley Tuig gives it to McLaughlin, through the hands it goes. This is better inside, but again the ball not held on that occasion, and it's the sweeper Nicola Ward playing with the number 6 jersey on her back, coming striding out, gives it to Dively again. Her 4th touch in the opening 4 minutes. Certainly been heavily involved. Ball goes in. Was that a foul? Referee says no. Comes to Louise Ward, the captain. Ward going in and goal. An opportunity for a goal. Ward gets a shot away, and Ward's shot goes over the bar. First score of the game, and it all came from a turnover up on the far side of the field. It was Nicola Ward, in fact Louise's sister, who forced that turnover over at the far side of the field, and back out then came the the Galway girls, and Louise Ward came bearing down on goal, as you can see, and had an opportunity but elected to pop it over the bar for the first score of the game for the Galway girls. As the referee has indicated, there's a little bit of holding going on inside, and the referee wanting to stamp that out immediately. Has a word there with one of the Galway girls, gives a little tick, and now explains his decision. It was Sophie Healy who picked up the tick for that indiscretion, as this free is going to be taken by Niamh Haggerty, I think it is lining up this kick for the Donegal girls. In fact, it's Shirley McLaughlin. Shirley McLaughlin gets the shot away, and Shirley McLaughlin gets it over the bar. First score of the game for Shirley McLaughlin, and the first score of the game for the Donegal girls. So 1 point apiece, and Shirley McLaughlin getting her name on the score sheet. As Galway come again, but managed to retain possession on that occasion. Ball fed forward again there to the centre half forward, Megan Glynn. Glynn feeds the ball inside, but too much on it. But the referee indicated that there was an advantage to be accrued. It didn't accrue, so therefore he has called play back. He's indicated that there was a tug on the jersey on one of the Galway girls. It was Megan Glynn who had her jersey tugged, and therefore the free will go the way of Galway, and it'll be interesting to see whether Olivia Dively comes out to hit this one again. She had one in an opportunity from a free a little bit closer in the last time. It went to the left hand side and went wide, but maybe that was just a range finder. Here she comes, right footed, confident kick, but this time it's gone to the right hand side. She's certainly overcompensated on that occasion, and it's gone to the right hand side and gone wide, and that's something that Jerry Fahey will be considering over on the far sideline. That's 3 wides for the Galway girls, playing with the advantage of the breeze here in Markievicz Park. 2 of those from frees from Olivia Dively. As Donegal come again, this is a strong, purposeful run on this occasion by Niamh Boyle. Ball fed forward. The referee indicates that there was a free on Niamh Boyle. No advantage accrued again, so referee consistent with his decision making and elects to give the free to Donegal. Free taken quickly there in the hands of Niamh Boyle. It goes down to the late replacement on the team. That's Amy Boyle Carr from the Niamh Conal Club. She feeds it back there to Roisin Rogers, former captain of the minor team. Gives it forward there to Shelley Tuig. Tuig gives it inside. Good ball through the hands. It goes again. Another opportunity for a score, and that ball goes over the bar. Fine score on that occasion from Niamh Haggerty. So it's Galway who've dominated most of the possession in these opening few moments of the game. As we watch that score again from Haggerty, a confident shot, rattle it over the bar. As I was saying, Galway have dominated most of the possession, but it's Donegal who lead the game after 8 minutes, 2 points to 1. Galway come again now with Louise Ward, their captain. Ward slips it inside there, but it's failed to be picked up by Megan Glynn. But Ward goes in and gets it at the second attempt. Needs support, solos the ball. Looked as if she may have overcarried it, but referee says no. Katie Slevin now. There's a switch on here as Alva Daverin picks up the ball. Daverin with her knee heavily bandaged, still going strong. Gives it inside. Opportunity still persists there for Megan Glynn. Glynn still going inside. Was she fouled? Referee says she was, and it is outside the square, so it'll be a free in. Referee Gus Chapman indicating how the free was committed, and it was the cornerback there, Niamh Carr, who gets the explanation. Now surely this is third time lucky for Olivia Dively as she lines up this kick dead straight in front of the goals and kicks it over the bar, her first of the game. But that score means that the sides are level here. Everyone anticipated that this will be a very tight, tense encounter between two very evenly matched sides here. It'll be interesting to see how the heat has an effect on this game as well. It's started off at a considerable pace, but surely that will drop as the temperatures soar here in Sligo. Donegal playing it through the hands, particularly against this breeze, and their midfield pairing there of Katie Hearn and Shelley Tuwig. Back inside it goes now to Geraldine McLaughlin. McLaughlin, the danger girl. Good intelligent ball inside. Lays it back. Here's an opportunity for a goal. What a goal. What a super goal. And it comes from Katie Hearn, I believe it was, that came forward there and eventually popped that ball into the back of the net. It was an intelligent ball fed inside there. Back it came and the ball blasted to the back of the net. A goal for the Donegal girls at a crucial time in the game, puts them 1-2 to 2 points in front. Terrific goal, I did say about them playing it through the hands and finding the sharpshooters on the team, and that they done on that occasion, and the ball rattled the back of the net. So Donegal lead 1-2 to 2 points, and they're in possession of the football again over on the far side with McLaughlin coming inside, ball fed in, not a great ball on that occasion, but coming down and gathering it is Niamh Hegarty. Hegarty tries to slip it inside, but good defensive play from the Galway girls, and in particular Sarah Nee Lynch. She gives it out there to Alva Davern. Davern feeds it forward there to Megan Glynn. Glynn going through a lot of hard work, playing centre half forward. Glynn over on the far side threads the ball forward. Good ball looking for Katie Slevin. Slevin will try and keep it in play just about close to the end line. Donegal get plenty of players behind the ball, and the ball eventually is fed out to Megan Glynn. Glynn lays it off one more time to Alva Davern. Does Davern fancy her chances from that distance? Still Davern goes. Still Davern bounces the ball, looks for support. Donegal defence doing particularly well on that occasion. Brilliant play by Shelley Tuwig. Her energy levels are incredible in these opening moments of this game. She's all over the pitch, and on that occasion she forced the turnover as that ball is gathered by Niamh Hegarty. Hegarty comes forward for Donegal. Kick passes over there. Well picked up on that occasion by Geraldine McLaughlin. McLaughlin still in possession. McLaughlin strong and purposeful. Good ball inside. Feeds it in. Opportunity now for Karen Guthrie. Guthrie gets the shot away, and Guthrie puts it over the bar. That's brilliant forward play, and it just shows you how those two players have linked up so well over the years. Geraldine McLaughlin winning the ball, doing all the hard work out the field, then looking for the movement of Karen Guthrie, and Guthrie gathering the ball and popping it over the bar to increase the lead. And the referee not happy with the time that the keeper is taking to kick out that ball, so he has indicated that that will be a throw-up ball. So a goal and a point in the last minute for the Donegal girls means that they lead this game 1-3 to 2 points. Referee indicating it's a free in fact, for Donegal. Donegal in no rush to take this kick. Steadying down in front of the posts. Dead straight in front of the post, just inside the 20-metre line. Kick right footed on that occasion by Geraldine McLaughlin, her second score of the game. And that increases the lead out to 7 points to 2. And Maxie Curran will be very, very pleased as we come close to the first water break in this game with how his side have started, leading 1-4 to 2 points. As Galway come again, as I say, they've plenty of possession. Megan Glynn on this occasion pops the ball forward, looking there for Louise Ward, but well defended again on that occasion by Evelyn McGinley. And McGinley clears her lines, gets it out to Niamh McLaughlin, the captain of the side, but not a good ball on that occasion, but can it be kept in by Roisin Rogers? Just about the tassel for it over there. Referee indicates that he's going to throw it up. Roisin Rogers battling for all her life. It wasn't a great ball, but she battled hard and somehow managed to win a throw up for her team, as Siobhan Dively was in there to contest this throw up. The referee wants to get the players a certain distance away before he throws it in. Up it goes, ball breaks favourably for Alva Davern. Davern in possession for the Connacht girls, gives it to Megan Glynn. Glynn looks up, tries to thread a ball into space, trying to get out there was Eamon Goller, but did she put her hand? Yeah, it looked as if she had her hands all over Katie Slevin on that occasion, and the referee, Gus Chapman, right up at the play, indicates that that was indeed the case and awards the free to the Galway girls. And well, a little bit of reluctance as to who's going to take the kick, and eventually it's Olivia Dively that goes over there and indicates that she is going to take it. She's got 1 point to her name already. She also registered a couple of wides. Difficult kick, elects to go short, looks for a full forward. That's Louise Ward, but can Ward keep it in? Doesn't look like she has. Ball's got out over the end line for another wide for the Galway girls. 4 wides in the opening 16 minutes here in Margamage Park, and they've scored 2 points, but Donegal have hit 1-4 and they are in command on the scoreboard as such, and they're in command of the football at the moment. Picked up on this occasion down below us by Kitty Hearn. Hearn gives it forward to Niamh Haggerty. Haggerty looks inside, looking for Guthrie, but plenty of numbers in there. Substitute I see on the Donegal, or on the Galway team, I see Hannah Noon wearing 28 on there, but we follow the play. Leanne Cohen coming forward. Cohen gives it forward there, looking for Kate Slevin. Slevin elects to go on her mark. This is good from Slevin. Still Slevin. Can she finish? Oh, it just goes to the left hand side and wide, but a good penetrating run from Kate Slevin. But that problem that Galway are encountering in these opening 17 minutes is coming home to roost again, because that was another opportunity for a score which Kate Slevin, the 18-year-old, just could not take. It was a very, very good purposeful run, got away from her marker, bared down on goals, but wasn't able to finish, as the referee indicates that it's time for what I would believe will be a much needed water break here in Markovich Park. I see, interestingly, the Galway girls have gone over to the shade over there underneath the stand, while the Donegal girls are out in the centre of the field taking on water, and no doubt both teams taking on instructions. Galway will be frustrated because they've started the game well, they've had plenty of possession, but their finishing has let them down. They've had 5 wides, whereas Donegal have registered no wides to date, and have been very, very proficient in front of the posts. So much so they've hit 1-4, as the breeze, which I talked about earlier on, strengthens a little, favouring the Galway girls in this opening half. Referee being generous, and rightly so, with the time that he's allowing for the water break. Very, very warm conditions, as it is throughout the country, wherever you're watching this game throughout the world. We hope you're enjoying it, and you hope you're taking into consideration the extreme heat we have here that these girls just wouldn't have experienced at all throughout this season to date. But the game will get underway now with Aoife McColgan with the kick out. 21-year-old from Malin is able to get it out very, very easily there to Evelyn McGinley, and McGinley lays it off there to Niamh Boyle, and Boyle gives it to Amy Boyle Carr. Carr still in possession, has support there from Niamh Boyle. Boyle solos the ball, tries to thread it forward, gets it in there to Karen Guthrie. Guthrie lays it back. Is that a foul? Referee indicates that Niamh Hegarty, former All-Star in 2017, was fouled, and the free will go the way of the Donegal girls. And coming out to take this one is Karen Guthrie. Suit the left-footed kicker, the Glenfin girl, team of the league in 2021. Real stalwart of this Donegal side, her 16th year playing inter-county football. Kicks it left-footed very casually, but she has real confidence in her ability to pop that one over the bar. She didn't force it in any way, shape or form. She had the distance, she knew exactly, was in control of the situation, and just popped it over the bar to increase Donegal's lead to 1-5 to 2 points. That's 8 points to 2, so 6 points between the sides as Galway come out with Charlotte Cooney. Gives it there to Alva Davern from the Moycullen Club. Finished her teacher training there this year, as she gives the ball now to Louise Ward. Ward gives it to Dively. Dively feeds it inside for the hard-working and industrious Kate Slevin. Slevin lays it off now to Ward. Ward, little bit of space to operate in. Can she twist and turn and get over the bar? Gets her shot away. The umpires consult. I think it's gone to the right-hand side and gone wide. Another wide for the Galway girls. 6 wides already in this opening 21 minutes. Galway, Donegal feed the ball forward. Again, picked up on this occasion by the hard-working Amy Boyle Carr. In possession, taking on her marker. Her marker is Hannah Noon. Runs into a little bit of trouble and well defended on this occasion by Nicola Ward. She's a terrific start to the game for Galway. Gives it to Davern. Davern gives it over there to Charlotte Cooney. Cooney coming forward with it for the Connacht girls. Fed forward now, looking for Megan Glynn, but that's close to the sideline. But the referee indicates that there's maybe a foul where the ball lands. Just a late touch on Charlotte Cooney when she played that ball. So yeah, it'll be a foul where the ball lands for the Galway girls. And Gus Chapman has a quiet word in the ear of one of the Donegal girls. And going over to take the kick is Alva Davern. Davern from Moycullen. Feeds it inside again, looking for Brennan, but that's a poor kick. That is a poor kick from Alva Davern. Give her corner forward no chance whatsoever, and that goes down as another wide, 7th wide, as the kick out is taken again, and Galway conceding the kick outs. That time it was Emer Galler picking it up from Aoife McColgan. Very easy for Donegal to get possession. Niamh McLaughlin, captain, gives it over there to Kitty Hearn. Hearn striding forward, but good tackle on that occasion by the Galway girls. They've turned over possession, and Alva Davern feeds it forward again, looking again for Kate Slevin. Slevin does well, lays it off there to Kate Garrity. Garrity gives it inside. This is better from Galway to Louise Ward. Ward now with an opportunity. Still Ward. Did she hold it too long? Referee says no, play can continue. Ward needs support. Has it there. Eventually it comes out here towards Megan Glynn, but leaves it for Dively. Dively gets her shot away. Galway need this score. I believe they've got the score. The umpire goes for the flag very slowly, but eventually he gets there and he raises the white flag, and it's Olivia Dively who has got that score for the Galway girls. And might I suggest that is a much needed score, because we have gone 13 minutes since their last score. In fact, that came from the same girl from a free. That was Olivia Dively on that occasion, with a free in the 10th minute, and that one from play. Leads at 8-3 as the ball fed forward, and Ward out there again doing the sweeper's role, but leaves the ball behind her, and it's picked up there by Guthrie. Guthrie gives it inside now, an opportunity. Ball goes across the ground. There was a shot there that came in from Amy Boyle Carr, but she didn't get her shot away clean. And now the referee has blown the whistle and has indicated, well, he's going in to talk to his umpires. And this will be interesting to see what the referee and his umpires conclude. A very short discussion, and he's indicated that's gone out for 45, I believe, or yeah. Donegal girls looking a little bit more. They were hoping that there was possibly a penalty for them, but it's a 45 and it's taken quickly there by Katie Hearn, but I would suggest that's too short. Yeah, the distance that you have to kick it is 10 metres, and it wasn't 10 metres, so referee overturns the play and gives it to the possession to the Galway girls, and Leanne Cohen feeds it inside there. Again, out in front and winning the ball is Louise Ward. Ward, been well shackled, gives it back there to Leanne Cohen. Cohen back inside to Kate Garrity. Garrity taking on a marker. That looks like a free. Referee plays the advantage, but no advantage accruing, so Niamh Boyle is penalised for Donegal, and her name goes into the referee's notebook. And coming over to take the kick again will be Olivia Dively, who's kicked 2 out of Galway's 3 points. First point of the game came from Louise Ward in the 5th minute. Now Dively lines this one up, looking to go short, not overly confident to take the kick from there. Gives it inside. Eventually it's picked up by Megan Glynn. Glynn gets it back again. Glynn runs into the 2 number 11s clash, but that's probably charging on Megan Glynn's part. So Niamh McLaughlin stood her place, and Megan Glynn ran into her, and now Donegal have the chance to counter attack there with Láithín McLaughlin. McLaughlin lays it off. Ball fed inside, picked up by Guthrie. Guthrie from distance goes for the post. Simple but brilliant and effective score from Karen Guthrie. Nothing overcomplicated whatsoever about that. Ball was fed in, turned on to her left foot, and just caressed the ball over the bar. That's a brilliant score from Karen Guthrie, and that extends the Donegal girls' lead out to 6 points again, 1-6-3, as the referee indicates where he wants the free taken from on this occasion. Having word with his lines person over there, that's Cathal Gavigan. And now Donegal line up the kick, probably too far out to go for the post, looking to go short possibly. Ball fed in, umpires consult, and it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. First wide of the game for the Donegal girls. Played 27 minutes in the opening half and 1 wide. That'll be something that will please the Donegal management team of Maxie Kern, Davy McLaughlin, also mentors Joseph McLaughlin, Paddy Kelly, Emma O'Donnell and Joe Gallina, as Galway come again over on the far side of the field in need of scores as we approach half time. Great run on this occasion by Kate Garrity, ran the whole length of the field, lays it back now. Opportunity for Leanne Cohen. Cohen gives it over here to Olivia Dively. Dively gets the shot away. Well worked effort. Ball goes over the bar. 3rd score of the game for Olivia Dively, but more importantly, it's the 4th score of the game for the Galway girls. Much needed scores at this juncture. Move the ball quickly up the field, and we're rewarded with that point, as the ball is in the hands of the Donegal keeper, Aoife McColgan. McColgan lays it out to her cornerback, that's Niamh Carr. Carr gets it to Roisin Rogers. Back it goes over the side of the field. It eventually comes to Amy Boyle Carr. Boyle Carr retains possession, gives it to Evelyn McGinley, the vet from the St Michael's Club, another girl who was in the team of the league in 2021. As I said, Donegal had an excellent league as Amy Boyle Carr retains possession. The energy levels dropped a little, and that's not surprising because we're playing in terrific heat here as Rogers and McGinley keep ball. Back deep in their own half, Donegal confident to retain possession as Nicole McLaughlin tries to inject a little bit of pace into the attack, and she is fouled, and the referee awards the free. And going over to take it will be Kathy Hearn, another girl who was on the team of the league, played Aussie rules with the Western Bulldogs back in 2019. But back here playing Gaelic football and playing very well. And here she's in possession again. Kathy Hearn, good ball inside. Donegal retained possession. Ball kicked in. Opportunity there for Geraldine McLaughlin. But McLaughlin's shot goes to the left hand side and goes wide. Second wide of the game for Donegal. Still lead 1-6-4. Referee not happy that one of the assistants on the Galway team came onto the field, and he's given instructions that he needs to make his way off pretty quickly. That he does. Maybe he got his instructions delivered and was happy enough to go off as the kick out is taken from Dervla Gara. Gara gets it out to Kate Garrity. Ooh, pressure being applied there, but illegally so by McLaughlin. So the free will go the way of the Donegal or the Galway girls, as one of them has picked up a slight injury over there. So the Galway mentor, who tried to get on a few moments ago and was sent off, has now time to get on and give an instruction and also attend to the injured player over there. Apologises to the ref for his indiscretion earlier on. Approach half time here, playing added time for the water break. This injury may take a little bit of time. All the Donegal girls make their way over to a huddle over on the far side. Just in the shade there over on the far side, taking on some water as attention is still being delivered to the injured player, and it looks like this could well be quite a serious and significant injury. I see indications that a stretcher may well be needed. Referee certainly given plenty of time for the treatment to be applied. Looks like a leg injury has been picked up. We haven't identified the player in question. Kate Garrity was involved initially from that kick out. So as we approach half time here in Markovich Park in the heat, quite a significant injury for one of the Galway players. And this is another blow to them. It's been a tough half for Galway. They trail 1-6-4. They've had plenty of possession, but unfortunately they haven't brought their shooting boots with them. The issue that did concern the manager prior to the game has come back to a certain extent to haunt them, as Galway girl gets back to her feet and now has been carried off the field of play. So a replacement will be needed. And we wish her well as both teams come back. That unplanned break. Possibly we'll clarify who the injured player is in a moment. Possibly Sophie Healy. I think it may well be the cornerback, the number 2. Came on as a sub last week and played very, very well against Kerry.
Substitution on the Galway team. So number 22.
Number 22 is Laura Hearn.
Replaces number 2, Sophie Healy.
Yeah, indeed it is
And
Sophie
the
Healy.
Donegal team.
Donegal elect to make a change at this juncture as well. Number 28 is Kate Keeney.
Keeney replaces number 12, Neve Boyle.
And she'll replace number 12, Neve Boyle. So both sides, one forced and the other by choice. Maxie Curran bringing on Kate Keeney for Neve Boyle. and Laura Ahern coming on there for Sophie Healy, as Galway retain possession of the football with their top scorer in this game. That's Olivia Dively. To the substitute, that's Laura Ahern. Galway needing a score before half time. Ball in the hands of Alva Davern. Davern gets it over there now to Kate Garrity. Garrity going through the gears, feeds the ball forward, not a good ball, too much on it, and into the grateful hands of Aoife McColgan in goals for the Donegal girls, and they pick up possession through Niamh McLaughlin, their captain. McLaughlin, former professional soccer player with Sunderland when she was studying in England, played a lot of soccer and then played pro with Sunderland for a couple of years, but back now captaining her side here. As coming forward with it there is Karen Guthrie. Guthrie in possession, lays it off to Amy Boyle-Carr, lays it off one more time to the full back. That's Evelyn McGinley. McGinley gives it inside to Kathy Hearn. Hearn going through a maze of players, still going strong. Opportunity for, did she carry too far? The referee indicates that she did, and the free will go the way of the Galway girls. Shirley McLaughlin it was, carried it too far. So free taken quickly on this occasion. Into the hands of Laura Ahern it goes. Ball fed forward, better ball on this occasion, but not held there by Megan Glynn as the referee calls for the ball. It sounds the whistle, the half-time whistle here in Markievicz Park. 1-6 to 4 points in favour of the Donegal girls. That crucial goal coming in the 11th minute to put Donegal 1-2 to 2 points in front, and then they built on that lead with points from Karen Guthrie, Shirley McLaughlin and Guthrie again, before a couple of points from Olivia Dively brought Galway back into the game. But it's Maxie Curran and Donegal who will be the happier of the two management teams, heading for the coolness of the dressing rooms, because at half time here in Markievicz Park the scoreline reads Donegal 1-6, Galway 4 points. Don't go too far away, we'll be back with full comprehensive coverage of the second half. Welcome back to Markievicz Park for the second half of this TG4 All-Ireland Senior Championship Group D game between Donegal and Galway. Half-time score was Donegal 1-6, Galway 4 points. Both sides back out. Some stern words from the Galway management at half-time. It was down that general direction, and some stern words to the Galway girls, looking for an increased level of performance in this second half in the very, very warm conditions here. As referee Gus Chapman gets the second half underway, and it's Donegal who break the ball favourably out to Kathy Hearn. Hearn looks up, threads a good ball into space, but well read on that occasion. Oh, and just coming across and cutting the ball out of the way. There was the substitute that came on late in the first half, Laura Hearn, in place of Sophie Healy. He picked up an injury, as we're hearing of a change on the Galway team. That's Alicia Morrissey on as the ball is fed in. Oh, that's into the back of the net. Excellent goal there by the Galway girls, and that's just the score that they needed right at the start of this game, or the start of this half. And it was Shauna Malloy, or in fact it was Nicola Ward who was coming through. Nicola Ward, who played the sweeper in the first half for the Galway girls, coming through and rattling the ball into the back of the net, and just what those stern words that I was talking about, just what Jerry Fahy would have asked from his team. They've responded with that goal from Nicola Ward, who had a very, very impressive opening half. And here come the Galway girls again with Dively. Dively gives it inside to the substitute. Another goal into the back of the net. It goes Aisling Morrissey. She's only on the field a matter of seconds, and just as she done last week against Kerry, when she came onto the field of play, she scored a goal. Again, it was Dively coming forward, fed the ball intelligently inside. First touch of the ball for Ailish Morrissey, and Ailish Morrissey pops the ball into the back of the net, and this game has really rocketed into life with those 2 goals in the space of a minute. And now here come the Galway girls again. Is it the third goal, Megan Lynn? Surely it is. It's in the back of the net, and again it's Ailish Morrissey with another goal for Galway. 2 touches of the ball for Ailish Morrissey, 2 goals for Ailish Morrissey, and Galway have hit 3 goals incredibly in the opening 2 minutes of this second half. Unbelievable scenes here in Markievicz Park, and Donegal are completely rattled by what has happened to them. The scoreline at half time was 1-6 to 4 points. It's now 3-4 to the Galway girls and 1-6. So as the ball, that's 13 to 9 at the start of this second half in favour of the Galway girls, as they come again there in the shape of Charlotte Cooney. Cooney over to Louise Ward, and back goes over there towards Dively. Dively had a hand in one of the goals, feeds the ball, takes on her marker again, still going strong with it. Gives it to Megan Glynn inside, or in fact it's Ailish Morrissey, and Morrissey has made such an impression in these opening couple of minutes, just as she done last week. As I say, she came on for Leanne Cohen last week and scored a crucial and critical goal against Kerry. Well, she's come on and she scored 2 goals with her first 2 touches of the second half to blast the Galway girls into well, a significant lead here, a significant turnaround as Dively goes for the post again from the free, and Dively's shot goes over the bar. This has been an unbelievable start for the Galway girls. 3 goals and a point in the opening 3 minutes. Means that they've stretched their score out to 3-5, which is 14 to 9, a 5-point game. There was 5 points in it in favour of Donegal at half time, and that has been turned around, so there's a 10-point swing in the opening 3.5 minutes. And here comes Megan Glynn again. Megan Glynn looks as if she's fouled. Referee says no, play can continue, but Galway are definitely a different team in this second half. I did say there was some stern words in the dressing room at half time. Well, they certainly have worked, because Galway have come out of the traps in significant style in this second half, and they have really punished the Donegal girls. So what is the response from Donegal? Ball is fed over there towards Niamh Haggerty. Haggerty elects to take on her marker. Still Haggerty going. Strong run from Haggerty. Feeds the ball inside. An opportunity now for Geraldine McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets her shot away, and Geraldine McLaughlin gets the ball over the bar. So good response from the Donegal girls. You can see the opportunity there for Geraldine McLaughlin. Turned onto her left boot and popped it over the bar. So point for the Donegal girls, the first of the second half. Reduces the gap to 4 points, and here come Donegal again. Ball fed in there by Katie Hearn. Good catch inside by Guthrie. Guthrie gives it inside Amy Boyle. Carr in and goes, gets a shot away. Has it enough power? No, the goalkeeper watches it all the way. The goalkeeper is Dervla Gar, and Gar clears her lines for the Galway girls. The excitement has really rocketed and ratcheted up in this second half. It was a low-key enough first half, which was riddled with plenty of mistakes and errors. As you see, the Galway girl coming out with the ball, and she was fouled there by Niamh Haggerty, and the free goes the way of the the Galway girls. So we catch our breath here in Markievicz Park after that stunning start to the second half, which seen Galway register 3 goals and a point in the opening 4 minutes of the half, and that means that they lead by 4, 3-5 to 1-7, and they're in possession of the football. Dively coming through, gives it inside there to Louise Ward. Ward striding through. Still Ward 45 metres out. Great pace to the Galway attack in the second half. Still Ward needs support. Has it there from Davern. Davern gets her shot away, but this time Davern's shot has gone to the left hand side and gone wide. First wide of the second half. Add that to the 7 that Galway registered in the first half, and that brings their tally of wides to 8 points. But they will be satisfied. Jerry Fahey will be very satisfied with this response from his team. As I say, they trailed Kerry in the first half last week and eventually responded very positively and won the game. They trailed Galway at half time, or sorry, they trailed Donegal at half time as Donegal make a sub. Siobhan Dively goes off over on the far side of the field. Haven't been informed who's on the field of play as yet, as Kate Keeney, substitute on the Donegal team, gets possession back to her goalkeeper. Ball eventually comes out here to Roisin Rogers as Maria Shoga comes on the field of play for the Galway girls. We're number 13. Ball fed forward now to Charlotte Cooney. Cooney gives it to Megan Glynn. Glynn still in possession, has the overlap run from Charlotte Cooney. Cooney doing well, gives it back inside to Glynn. Glynn steadies down, gets her shot away. Looks good, is good. Excellent score from Megan Glynn. Very calm and relaxed as she steadied down, looked at the posts and elected to pop it over the bar. The ball fed back to her there by Charlotte Cooney, and then Glynn looked at the post and popped it over the bar for another score for the Galway girls. 3-6 to 1-7. Another substitute. Anne-Marie Logue comes on for Blythe McLaughlin. So number 18. Donegal will have been rocked by that score burst by Galway in those opening couple of minutes, but they're still very much in this game. 3-6 to 1-7. Ball in the hands there of Niamh McLaughlin, the captain of the side. Still McLaughlin, good ball fisted inside. An opportunity now for McLaughlin. Shirley McLaughlin coming in and goal. Still McLaughlin. Has she been closed down? The goalkeeper and two defenders get their work done, and the goalkeeper puts it round the post for a 45. But McLaughlin had only one thing in her mind there. She goes between the two defenders, and eventually the goalkeeper came out, closed down the angle. Good goalkeeping by Derv Lagar, and the ball goes to the left hand side of the post and goes wide, but the referee has indicated that there was an advantage to be accrued, and it didn't accrue. So as opposed to being a 45, it will be free from the 13-metre line, slightly to the left hand side, which will suit the right footed kicker. That's Shirley McLaughlin. McLaughlin will pop this one over the bar to reduce the gap. 1-8 to Donegal is 11. And 3-6 is 15, so a 4-point game. It's certainly very much in the melting pot, this game. As the players melt in the sun, the game is also in the melting pot. As the ball is in the hands of Laura Ahern for Galway over on the far side. Patient build up. Switch is on if required. Eventually goes to Shauna Malloy. Malloy gets it out here to Hannah Noon. Hannah Noon from the county champions, that's Killearn Clonberne, gives it forward there to Charlotte Cooney. Cooney playing a pivotal role in this second half down this wing, gives it inside to Megan Glynn. Glynn gives a good ball inside, opportunity for another score. That's an excellent effort from Hannah Noon. She started the move back here in her own half and she finished it off in some style. Hannah Noon coming striding forward, popping the ball over the bar with great skill outside of the right boot on that occasion. So whatever was said in the Donegal dressing room or the Galway dressing room at half time, it certainly has worked, because they are a different side in this second half as they're putting the pressure on all over the pitch. As we can see on the Donegal girls, they find it very hard to get out. Eventually the ball comes into the hands there of Niamh McLaughlin. McLaughlin for Donegal, trailed by 5, 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still in possession there with Karen Guthrie. Guthrie looks up, gives it back inside. Ball spilled on that occasion, and the hard working Olivia Dively gathers possession for the Galway girls. Dively still in possession. The physio gives it forward. Galway retain possession in the shape there of Kate Garrity. Garrity over the far side, still coming forward. Garrity gets it back one more time, strides forward again. This is good play by Galway. They're certainly a transformed team in this second half, playing excellent football and registering the scores, which is the most critical thing. As Alva Davern joins the play, gives it to Kate Garrity. These attacking wing half backs that they have, gives it inside now to the goal scorer, Ailish Morrissey. Morrissey also from Kilcairn Clonberne. Back inside it goes to Olivia Dively. The switch is on again. Back to Louise Ward. Ward over here to Charlotte Cooney. And many times have I mentioned her in the second half. She's been excellent. Back inside it goes to Ward. Ward gets the shot away. But on this occasion it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. But this is excellent football from the Galway girls. On that occasion it was their captain Louise Ward who popped that one wide. Their 9th wide of the game. But very, very enterprising football being played by the Galway ladies here in this second half as Donegal clear their lines in the shape of their goalkeeper Aoife McColgan, who gets it to Niamh Carr. Carr gets it out in the middle of the field to Amy Boyle Carr. Carr gets it over this side of the field to Cathy Hearn. Hearn striding forward, looks up, threads a ball, looking for Guthrie. The ball broken down. Does it break favourably for McLaughlin? The answer is no. McLaughlin is adjudged to have fouled the cornerback. The cornerback is Shauna Malloy, and the free will go the way of Galway. Galway leading this game 3-7 to 1-8. A game that they trailed at half time 1-6 to 4. 5 points down at that stage. They're now 3-7, which is 16 to 11. They're 5 points up as the free goes the way of Galway. And they come out with possession. Ball fed forward again. Ball into the hands there of Hannah Noon. One of the Donegal girls picked up a knock, but referee allows play to continue with Mairead Shoga on the field of play. Shoga, the corner forward, the teacher from Clonbore, feeds it forward there, looking for Eilish Morrissey. Morrissey, what a difference she's made to this team. Morrissey still in possession. Closed down over there, still manages to retain possession, bounces the ball, looks so skillful in possession, feeds it in there to Louise Ward. Ward lays it back. Can they finish this move with a score? It looks as if there's been fouled Charlotte Cooney, but the referee right up a play indicates there was no foul, and now Donegal have the chance to counter. Great energy levels being displayed by both teams. Has to be a change of ball over the far side. Yes, it's on. It's given there by Shelley Tuig. Tuig over there now. An opportunity still remains. Back in the hands of Niamh Hegarty it goes. Still Donegal come forward into the hands of Geraldine McLaughlin. McLaughlin in it goes. Gets a shot away. McLaughlin's shot goes over the bar. Geraldine McLaughlin with another point to her name, and that came from a swift counter attack using the wide open spaces here in Markievicz Park. Eventually got to the sharpshooter Geraldine McLaughlin, and McLaughlin just doesn't miss from that sort of range. That reduces the gap to just 4 points a game. To and fro both ways. This has been a really, really entertaining third quarter in this game as Galway come again there in the shape of Megan Glynn. She has been transformed in the second half. What a half she's having, but as I say that, she gives the ball away. Frantic stuff here in Markievicz Park as Donegal come with Niamh McLaughlin. McLaughlin looks up, threads a ball into space. That space has been occupied by Amy Boyle Carr. Carr gives it inside to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, can she go over the post again? The answer is yes. Brilliant score from Geraldine McLaughlin. Another point to her name. But the ball being moved swiftly down into the space. The space was filled by Amy Boyle Carr. She threaded the ball inside to McLaughlin. And McLaughlin, as I keep saying, just does not miss from those sorts of situations. And that reduces the gap to just 3 points. Really, really entertaining second half here. These girls deserve great credit because there's an intense heat here in Markievicz Park as Dively comes forward again for the Galway girls. Dively lays it back there to Alba Davern. Davern feeds it to Megan Glynn. Glynn from Clare Galway. Still Glynn in possession. 45 metres out. Gives it back to Davern. Davern for Mary Cullen. Still going forward. Still Davern looks for support. Donegal have plenty of players behind the ball. Ball still in the hands of the Galway girls. Fed back one more time. Ball in the hands of Megan Glynn. Glynn 45-50 metres out, looks up and weighs up her options. She elects to give it there to Hannah Noon. Noon got a point a few moments ago, gives it back one more time. Still Galway coming in with Dively. Dively is brought to the ground and the free will go the way of the Galway girls. And this should be an opportunity for the girl who got injured, Olivia Dively, to when she gets back to her feet, to have a pop at the post as we have played 16 minutes in the third quarter here, so we're nearing the water break. And what a third quarter we've had. Absolutely outstanding football. First half was tentative enough, it has to be said. It was 1-6 to 4 at half time. but 3 goals and a point in the space of 4 or 5 minutes in the opening 5 minutes of the second half to have transformed this game, as Dively steadies down, looks at the post, gets her shot away, looks good from Dively, over the bar it goes. Another point for Olivia Dively, but more importantly it's another point for the Galway girls from a free, and the referee calls for the ball and advises the girls that they can make their way to the sideline. 3-8 is 17 playing 1-11, which is 14, so just the 3 points between the sides. What a half it has been. Those 3 goals coming, as I say, at the start of the second half. Nicola Ward in the first minute, then Ailish Morrissey, who was just brought on as a sub at half time, registering a goal, 2 goals in the space of a minute, and then Olivia Dively with a free. Meant that they hit 3 goals and a point without a response. But to be fair, Donegal have battled back, and Geraldine McLaughlin in particular has hit 4 points in the second half to claw Donegal back into the game. Another substitution coming on the field. See a slip being handed to the referee, so I assume that means a substitute, but we'll get all the details in a few moments as the referee indicates that the water break is over. 3-8 to 110. I was looking, the scoreboard was wrong on that occasion. Yeah, I had it down as 110, so 4 points between the sides. Scoreboard had indicated 111, but yeah, 110 is what we had it registered here as. So all set for what should be a riveting final quarter to this game. Oh, a mistake again by the Donegal girls. Was it touched on the ground? The referee says no, as Roisin Leonard comes onto the field of play, and she replaces Alva Davern. So Roisin Leonard on, Alva Davern off. Leonard came on last weekend as well. She's a sister, of course, on the side here. We'll give you more details on that in a moment as Donegal come again. Ball fed back out the field, an opportunity for a score, but it's dropped into the safe hands of the Galway goalkeeper. That's Dervla Gower. Her first year at playing county level. Does well, clears her lines, and Galway come again. Ball in the hands of Kate Garrity. Garrity and Charlotte Cooney, the 2 wing half backs, have been absolutely terrific for the Galway girls, as has this girl Olivia Dively. Coming forward, gives it there to Leanne Cohen. Cohen looks up, will have to take the ball with her herself. Not a lot of movement in the forward line now. There is ball fed inside now on this occasion. Again, it goes into the hands there of Ailish Morrissey. Morrissey gets the shot away, and Morrissey pops it over the bar. Why Ailish Morrissey was sitting on the bench for so long, well, management will know the answer to that, but that's a super score again from Ailish Morrissey. That brings her tally to 2 goals and a point in this game, and it stretches the lead out again. 3-9 to 110. 20 minutes played in the second half, but a few minutes to be added on for the water break. Working hard and going back and winning the ball there are the Galway girls again, and now it's in the safe hands of Louise Ward, the captain of the side. Gives it there to Laura Ahern. Ahern, crossfield there, eventually comes into the hands of Shauna Malloy, the St. Forsy's girl, teacher. Comes forward again with Kate Garrity. She's popping up everywhere. Gives it inside again, and Roisin Leonard just on the field of play gathers possession. Possession football, the name of the game. Back it goes again. Back to Charlotte Cooney. Cooney to Dively. Dively inside to Glynn. Good football from Galway. Glynn spreads the play one more time. Hannah Noon gathers possession, switches on over this side, yeah, to Kate Garrity. Garrity gathers it, has the overlap and run there. Ball fed forward again, but good defensive play on this occasion. Gathered there by the Donegal defence, and the free is awarded and taken very quickly, and the ball cleared down this near side of the pitch and is picked up there by Kate Keeney. Keeney's fouled and free will go the way and taken quickly into the hands of Evelyn McGinley. McGinley looks up, the Donegal fullback threads a good ball. Well, looked like a good ball, but it was well read on that occasion by the Donegal, or by the Galway rearguard, and in particular Louise Ward, who's playing that defensive role for her side. She's in possession of the football, gives it back to a girl who's everywhere on the pitch. That's Olivia Dively. Dively gives it forward to another girl that's featuring prominently. That's Charlotte Cooney. Cooney came on last week as a sub as well, but she has certainly nailed down her position on this team as Dively threads the ball over there again, looking for Megan Glynn, but not a good ball from Glynn, and the ball turned over, and Shelley Tuwig comes forward now for the Donegal girls. Tuwig, former camogie player, played her camogie in Cork. She was born in Cork, but she is now playing inter-county football with her adopted county of Donegal, as the referee indicates that it'll be a free for the Donegal girls. And Tuwig leaves it for Kitty Hearn. Hearn goes short, gives it back to Tuwig. Tuwig 45 metres out, weighing up her options, gives it back to her midfield partner, that's Kitty Hearn. Hearn gives it forward again. Two midfielders linking up a number of times, looking for the movement supplied by Niamh McLaughlin. Gives it inside, McLaughlin gets it, still McLaughlin going, still McLaughlin gets a shot, hit the crossbar and back into play, and reading the danger there. Brilliant bit of reading there by Nicola Ward, who went back in and retrieved the situation. Maxie Carr looks on, can't believe that ball hit the crossbar. It was a brilliant run, a brilliant effort from McLaughlin, bounced down, didn't hit the goalkeeper, and going back to pick it up was Nicola Ward. Brilliant bit of defensive play by Ward, smelt the danger and retrieved the situation. But what a let off for Galway, and what an effort from McLaughlin. But here they come again with Niamh Haggerty. Back out it goes. Galway in possession, or Donegal in possession with Kitty Hearn. Hearn lays it off one more time to Niamh Haggerty. Haggerty coming forward. Donegal looking for scores, gives it the corner back. That's Niamh Carr. Carr thought about getting the shot away, still manages to retain possession. Opportunity still persists. Karen Guthrie. Guthrie lays it off, gets it back again. Guthrie on the left foot. What a block! Brilliant block by Megan Glynn. That'll go out for a 45, but Galway will be happy with their defensive work, and Megan Glynn in particular read the danger, seen Karen Guthrie going on to her left foot, read the danger, and the ball goes out for a 45 as Maxie Curran weighs up his options along there with Davy McLaughlin, as Galway make another substitution. Number 29, Emma Reevy comes on, and coming off is Megan Glynn. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. Megan Glynn has been very, very enterprising in the second half, but maybe she's ran herself into the ground. Emma Reaney on the field of play, as the referee indicates that play can continue, or resume I should say, with Niamh Haggerty. Haggerty looks for Amy Boyle Carr. Back it goes again to Haggerty. The Galway girls get round the shooters. Back it goes to Guthrie. Guthrie on the left foot. Guthrie looks up, spreads a good ball to Kitty Hearn. Hearn looks at the post, steadies down, gets a shot away. It looks good from Kitty Hearn. Yes, Kitty Hearn pops it over the bar. Another point for the Donegal girls, and this game is certainly hasn't been determined as yet. 1-14, 1-11 is 14, and 3-9 is 18. 4 points between the sides. And Galway have possession of the football, back deep in their own defence. Donegal really putting on the press, but Nicola Ward got it, that opening goal in the second half to Dively. She is everywhere, is Olivia Dively. But Nicola Ward done particularly well there also. As I said, got the opening goal of the second half, but back doing her defensive duties. Gives it now to Louise Ward, her sister. The Ward sisters popping up all over the place. The ball in the hands of Raid Shoiga. Shoiga coming forward. Nice footballer, Shoga, gives it inside. It looks as if there's a free. The referee has allowed the advantage to accrue, and Galway managed to retain possession. The clock will be important now. 56 minutes played in the second half. 4 minutes of normal time plus whatever the referee elects to add on. I'm sure that will be at least 3-4 minutes, so 4 minutes of normal time remaining. Ball fed forward. Galway coming in there in the shape of Emma Reaney. Reaney in possession. Reaney looks up for support. That support is provided by who else but Olivia Devilay. Devilay steadies down, twists, turns, back inside it goes. Still Galway have it. Opportunity for Morrissey, but well intercepted on that occasion. Now Galway or Donegal can come again on the counter attack. Shelley Tuig, good ball into space, looking for Niamh Haggerty, and plenty of space she has to operate in. Haggerty still going, good run from Haggerty. Still Haggerty goes, she goes to ground. The ball also goes to ground, and Galway get back, and who else going back there and picking it up? Charlotte Cooney. Where does she get her energy from? I do not know. Brilliant play by Charlotte Cooney. She read the danger, sprinted back, retrieved the situation, and Galway get a free out. Brilliant example of hard work and how it paid off for the Galway girls on that occasion, as one of the Donegal girls picks up an injury. Time to draw breath here in Markievicz Park. 1-11 to 3-9. We anticipated that this would be a thrilling encounter. While the first half might not have delivered all the thrills and spills, the second half has certainly made up for it, as another substitution is made on the Donegal team. So Theresa Jenkins comes on to the field of play, and I think it's the sub who's been subbed. It's Kate Keeney that's making her way off. So number 5 is Theresa Jenkins from Carndonagh, an all-star in 2018. Was down to start but was replaced by Amy Boyle-Carr. She makes her way onto the field of play, looking to get involved already. There she goes, picks up the ball. There's Theresa Jenkins, gives the ball inside now to Niamh McLaughlin. McLaughlin, sense of anticipation when Niamh McLaughlin gathers the ball, but just as I said, she drops possession, and Galway are able to turn over the ball, and Galway are able to stretch the legs there in the shape of Emma Reaney. Reaney gives it back to Olivia Devilay. Devilay gives it to Louise Ward. Ward looks up, has support over on the far side of the field from Louise Ahern. Ahern, 45 metres out from the Donegal post. Still Ahern looks for support, has it there in the shape of Devilay. Devilay gives it back inside there, looking for Maria Shoga. Shoga gathers, cultured left foot, pops it forward into space. That space is filled there by Emma Reaney. Reaney popping up for the Galway girls. Can she finish with a score? That looks good. That looks excellent. What a magnificent score by the Galway girls. And that came from the boot of Emma Reaney. Not on the field for long, but she popped up with a quite magnificent score. There she goes onto the right foot and pops it over the bar. And that could be a critical, well, all scores are critical in a tight game, but as we touched close to the finishing line, that could be an absolutely critical score, because it puts the Galway girls that 4-5 point advantage, as Donegal come again looking for an immediate response. Galway get a lot of players back behind the ball, but Donegal through Theresa Jenkins retain possession. Jenkins feeds it back one more time to Shelley Tuig. Tuig gives it out there one more time to Niamh Haggerty. Haggerty threads the ball in. Has Haggerty shot? It's gone to the left. It's gone wide. Wide for Donegal, and that's something they can't afford at this stage of the game. They have been very proficient in front of the posts. They've only had 3 wides throughout the entire game. That's the first wide of the second half, as Galway have the kick out. Donegal with a full press. Another substitute as Roisin McCaffrey comes on in place of Roisin Rogers, and Galway have managed to get the kick out cleared, and over there was Nicola Ward gathering the ball for the Galway girls. Gives it forward to Devilay. She has ran her heart out, so too is Charlotte Cooney. Cooney gathers possession. Galway need to be careful with possession, don't want to be kicking it away. Safe hands is what's required. And it's in the hands of Mairead Shoaga. Shoaga goes to the post, but the management will not be happy as that one has dropped short into the hands of the Donegal goalkeeper. That's Aoife McColgan. McColgan now with a chance to get Donegal moving, and it's in the hands of Niamh Carr. Carr threads it forward to Jenkins. Jenkins dilly-dallied for a moment. Did she touch the ball on the ground? Referee says no. Free will go the way of the Donegal girls, and it's Shelley Tuig going to take it. Girl in space screaming for the ball, but it's too high. It's gone over her head. That girl that was looking for the ball was the centre half forward, Niamh McLaughlin, the captain of the side. She is disappointed she didn't get a better ball. Galway will be relieved. The ball is in the safe hands of their captain, Louise Ward. Ward gives it over to Garrity. Garrity to Olivia Dively. Dively back to Garrity. Garrity stretches the play over the far side of the field to Charlotte Cooney. These Garrity, Cooney, Dively have been absolutely immense in the second half for the Galway girls as the ball is fed to the captain, Louise Ward. Ward looks up, has it, gives it there, a short ball to Hannah Noon. Noon got a critical score for Galway in the second half as the ball now is coming this near side of the field to Mairead Shoaga. Shoaga from the Clonbore club came on and scored 2 points against Kerry. Needs to be careful, has been fouled, and the referee awards the free. 62 minutes and 18 seconds played in this second half. It looks as if it's going to be Galway's day. They lead 3-10 to 1-11, 19 to 14, 5 points between the sides. We're into the dying embers of the game. It all depends what the referee Gus Chapman elects to add on at the end of this game, as the ball is in the hands of Nicola Ward. Ward got that goal at the start of the second half. Galway intent on holding on to possession. Donegal pushing up all over the place, looking to force an error, but Galway have been careful with possession in the hands of Emma Rainey. Rainey taking on her marker. Her marker over there is Niamh Carr. Brilliant run from Rainey. Did she take it out over the line? She did, but the referee said she was being pulled back, so the free will go the way of the girls from Galway. But the Donegal girls think it's their line ball. They took the line ball quickly, but the referee had indicated that the free was going the way of the Donegal girls, so he has brought it back and indicated that the free must be taken again. So everything sorted out over there. Galway take the free. Olivia Dively in possession. Referee calls for the ball. It's all over. We played 63.5 minutes here in Markievicz Park, and what a turnaround in this game. What an absolutely pulsating game of football we have witnessed here, particularly in the second half. It was a low-key first half in which Donegal were definitely in the ascendancy. Galway kicked an awful lot of wides. They went in at half-time trailing 9 points to 4, won 6 to 4 points. The goal coming from Kitty Hearn in the 11th minute, and Donegal looked as if they had the game in their control. But then an amazing 4 minutes at the start of the second half when Nicola Ward goaled, Ailish Morrissey hit 2 goals, and Olivia Dively hit a point, which meant that it was a 10-point swing in favour of the Galway girls. It was then 3-5 to 1-6, and from there on it was nip and tuck. Donegal got it back down to 4 points and 3 points, but could never narrow it down anymore. And Galway were a transformed team in the second half, played some terrific football and kicked some wonderful scores, and some of the individual performances from the likes of Kate Garrity, Nicola Ward, Charlotte Cooney, and my player of the match, Olivia Dively, absolutely superb, and Megan Glynn, who went off substituted halfway through that second half. Absolutely terrific effort from the Galway girls. They have pulled this game out of the fire. Maxie Kern sits on the ground bewildered by what he has witnessed here in Markievicz Park. There is not a word being spoke among the Donegal girls, whereas the Galway girls are jubilant. They have travelled here to Markievicz Park, and they have guaranteed themselves a quarter-final place in the TG4 All-Ireland Senior Football Championship for 2021, courtesy of this victory over the Donegal girls, because last week they went out and they beat Kerry by a point. This week they have beat Donegal. 310 to 111. Now it'll be in the hands of Donegal and Kerry to sort out what way things will transpire in this Group D next weekend. But that's next weekend. For this weekend, it's been a very enjoyable afternoon here in Markievicz Park, and particularly if you're a Galway ladies football supporter, you will have thoroughly enjoyed that second half performance from the Galway girls, because they have played terrific football and they've ran out winners in this game on a full-time score of Donegal 1 goal and 11 points, Galway 3-10. We hope wherever you were in the world watching this game, you enjoyed a terrific game of football in wonderful conditions here in Markievicz Park. And until we meet again, it's Slán go fóill.